Good morning, Infinity. I want to welcome you all. This is Reverend Jeff, and today is a wonderful, wonderful, awesome new day. It is the day that the God of your acceptance and understanding has made. You have made your way to the Infinity Fellowship. This is the interspiritual community that is based in Nashville, but also broadcasts all over the world. So I want to welcome you to the space today and say welcome. We are going to get started in just a minute. We're going to populate the stream, and we're going to invite you on this beautiful 20th of July. We're moving so quickly through 2025, yeah? We're going to invite you to call your friends, let them know Infinity is on. Text somebody, share on Facebook, share on X, share on your social media platforms, share on YouTube. And if you're over on YouTube, go ahead and take this moment to hit that thumbs up button. And if you haven't subscribed to Infinity Fellowship, go ahead and hit that subscription button as well, because what happens with that is whenever we go live or present something, you'll get a quick notification, and that'll let you know that your spiritual family is here. We're excited. This is Third Sunday, which means that the message today is interactive. There's concepts that will come up that we're going to work through to help you expand into explosive spiritual growth. And if you have a question or a comment or an observation after the message, we invite you to type that into the chat box so that we can connect with you in a powerful way. We're excited to get started today in this, the year of divine development, and in this particular month. And so it is. We're speaking things into existence and exploring the power of your proclamation. So listen, where you are is where we are. Christian, Muslim, Jew, agnostic, Ifa worshiper, whatever you may be, you have found your home at Infinity Fellowship. So go, run, tell your friends. We're getting started in a minute. I'll see you in just a couple of minutes. Good morning, Infinity. I want to welcome you to morning service. This is Reverend Jeff Obafemi Carr, and we are here in the Infinity Fellowship. It's time to get started, and we do that by opening the way to Spirit. And opening of the way simply means that we pause together to intentionally move forward in a celebratory way, in a grateful way, in a positive way, in a loving way. And so I invite you into a brief moment of meditation. And I invite you to just simply breathe in and breathe out through your nose and just experience what it means to be alive today. I know you may have been through some stuff last night. You may have been through some things before the broadcast hit. 9:57 for a 10 o'clock broadcast, but you made it here. And since you made it here, I do want to say that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So consider I am where I am supposed to be as you breathe in and breathe out. And give thanks for the power and the gift of the breath. Feels good to get some of those big inhales and exhales out. And while you're doing that, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes as we sound the chimes from the singing bowl to begin our meditation. As our eyes are closed, we are breathing in and breathing out. We're sending energy into the atmosphere, sending love from within without. Feeling the peace within our heart, feeling the gratitude with each inhale, feeling the exhale in expectation, and just sitting in the right now moment. This right now moment is full of love. This right now moment is full of peace. This right now moment is of acceptance. And from this plane of gratitude, we invite all heads to be bowed and all hearts to be open as we give thanks through affirmative prayer. At Infinity, we call that a perm, pouring energy into realignment for manifestation. And so I invite you, as those heads bow, to consider all of the good that has happened in our lives, to consider the things that you are grateful for as we speak these words together. Father God, Mother God, Divine Source, we come to you in an humble way to say thank you for gathering us today for the Infinity Fellowship. Thank you for the love that we are experiencing today on the Infinite Life Stream. Thank you for those who are participating today through service. Thank you for those who signed on today and thought that it might have been an accident. Thanks for those who showed up and were scrolling through their feed and saw this funny looking dude in overalls and said, something is drawing me here, because that is alignment. And so we're grateful for all things aligning and all things working for our good. Thank you for the breath in our bodies right now. Thank you for the gifts of technology that are allowing us to reach so many people right now. Thank you for the many gifts that have been manifest through this fellowship and those who have been reached. Thank you for the new person who showed up today seeking a place to align with their divine purpose. Thank you for those who continue to show up and to blow up the space with love and power. Thank you for this family that we call Infinity. Thank you for the times that we come together when people are in need. Thank you in this moment as we acknowledge that this week may have held some challenges for people, that we get to choose how we approach the world. We get to choose how we react to those things that happen to us. We get to choose whether we make them good things or bad things. And so we choose the good. And we acknowledge in this moment those who have moved on into a space of transition. We give thanks for Mama Lee, Sister Iris Lee's mom, who just made a transition into the ancestral realm. And Sister Lee was due to come and present today from Wisconsin and sent the message that Mama has gone on to glory. Sister Lee, the entire Lee family, to the Lee Hemp Farm up in Wisconsin and beyond, we salute Mama. We send energy in the 90 plus years that she was on this earth. And we send comfort to the family, knowing that arms will surround you, that the wisdom that she has passed down for generations will continue to flow through you, Sister Iris, through your children, through your grandchildren, through the community that has been infected, effected, and affected by her energy. We are so grateful that we got to experience her presence here in this building, that we got to experience her gift and her wisdom and her love. And so we are sending that energy to you. We are sending that energy to the families who are also dealing with transition right now, that their ancestors are made stronger in the space of life after life, that they truly embrace the energy of becoming the wind beneath our wings, and that we stand in this moment of proclamation. Know that we are standing taller, we are standing stronger by the influences of great elders who have passed our way. I speak in this moment that something is shared in this service to uplift. I speak in this moment that something is shared in this service that will teach people how to proclaim, how not only to speak things into existence, but through action, manifest their highest purpose and dreams. This is why we are here. We are here to be the change. This is why we're here. We're here to be beings of light. This is why we're here. We're here to be beings of love. This is why we're here to be agents of change. And so today we proclaim that we are here for it all. Bless those who are in the chat threads today on all the platforms. Bless them to open their hearts and share their energy so that this circle will continue to emanate. It is a circle of healing. It is a circle of power. It is a circle of rejuvenation. It is a circle of self-knowledge and wisdom. It is a circle of divine manifestation. And we speak that abundance, that love, that prosperity cover everyone under the sound of my voice. As this portal to spirit is now open, we proclaim that the reality is that it is never closed. And we thank you for being a present and loving God. We speak this in the name of all that's holy, in the name of all of the divine manifestations that you have sent to this earth as prophets, in the name of all of these religious spaces that all proclaim the energy of you. Various names, but one energy.
And so it is. We say together around the world, Amen, Amen, Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. And so it is. Let us prepare our hearts and minds for the pouring of libations.
As we get ready today to pour our libations, we want to remind you that the libation is a ritual of respect and remembrance. And Sister Iris, we know Mama gets that love here at Infinity Fellowship, gets that energy, gets that agency to skip to the front of the line of life after life. And we know how that is. We all know that transition space. It is a fraternity and sorority that no one who has joined it wants anybody else to join. And yet it is necessary as we all go this way. But know that we are sending your comfort out into the universe. And as we pour our libations, I want to send a comforting energy to each and every one of you who are listening to me. When we pour libations, we are acknowledging not only what is said in ancient scriptures, that absence with the body is presence with the divine, however you frame that, but also what we know about physics and science. And that is that energy cannot be created or destroyed, it only changes form. So as it changes form, we know that there is truly no death. And yet we pause in this moment to recognize and remember those who have gone on before, those who have made that transition, those who have decided to become one with the cosmos, one with the universe, whose presence continually is with us. When we pour, we call the names of those who have transitioned. So I invite you at home to go ahead and type a name into the chat for someone that you want to remember. I invite you at home, if you're standing up or you're near a plant or you're near the yard, go on out and pour a little water out at home as well. The water represents the living. The earth represents what happens to these earth suits when we no longer need them. We have to move on, and we get to move on to what awaits us in the next phase of life. When we pour the water today, though, we are equally acknowledging those who have transitioned and also committing to live life to the fullest so that when our time to transition comes, somebody's going to call our name and pour out a little water or anything else in recognition. We say the word Ashe, and Ashe means, and so it is. It is a proclamation of power. It is a word that represents spirit, divine essence. And as we pour, I invite you to join with us in this recognition energy, Ashe. We say in this moment, cool water, freshen our spirits, Ashe. Freshen and consecrate this space for spiritual work, Ashe. Freshen our collective ancestors all together, Ashe. Grant to us peace and prosperity, Ashe. We praise Almighty Mother, Father God, Divine Source, and all creation, Ashe. In this moment, we pour to the four directions, and those four directions are the cardinal directions of the universe. They represent many different things in many different cultures. For today, and at infinity, we pour to the north because it represents being a yes today. Ashe. We always want to open our hearts and operate in a divine place. So wherever you are, whatever you've been through, I guarantee you that if you say in your spirit, I'm going to be open in this moment. I'm going to listen to what Spirit is telling me. I'm going to confirm what is coming through my heart. You're going to see some change. Ashe. We pour, of course, next to the south, the recognition of who we are and whose we are, standing proud and standing strong in a way that exudes culture and also in a way gives us an opportunity to respect other cultures as well. Self-love does not mean hate of other folks. So we accept this energy in here today. Ashe. To the energy of the East, and when we talk about the East, you got to talk about that rising sun. When we rise up in the morning, you rose this morning, I think about our ancestor, Sister Mosey Burks, who was funeralized this past week from the Mississippi Mass Choir. Mama Mosey Burks would say, when I rose this morning, I didn't have no doubt. So we rose this morning. Don't think about yesterday. Just think about right now. Ashe. To the energy of the West, that even as the sun goes down, we are blessed with the cosmic knowledge that there are the moon and the stars. The moon and the stars provide light in the darkness. So even in your darkest moment, trust that light will always come. Ashe. From those four cardinal directions, we go to the fifth direction that emerges from many First Nations cultures. That fifth direction is the ground below us. May you be grounded in your culture. May you be grounded in your practices spiritually, so that when the storm comes, as it has across the nation, that it may bend you, but it is always better to bend than it is to break. Ashe. Of course, to the sky above, this wondrous space of possibility, this open landscape for dreaming and creating, we speak that your mind will be open to learn and to know through action how to manifest something, anything, from the no thing. Ashe. And finally, to the seventh direction, the space or the place where all things come together, it is Grand Central Station. It is your heart. So we speak that in the tradition of Ma'at, from ancient Egypt or Kemet, that your heart be as light as a feather. Ashe. In this moment, we ask that you call aloud the names. If you've got them in the chat, that's great too. But that you go ahead and call aloud the names of the ancestors you want to recognize in these next few pours. Finally, we pour for the children in the world, in the womb, and yet unborn. And together around the world, we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe-o. It is done, and so it is.
It's time for us to welcome into the space our first-time visitors at Infinity Fellowship. I want to let you know that we absolutely see you in a very, very powerful way. If this is your first time at Infinity, I want you to know that you are welcome. Again, my name is Reverend Jeff Obafemi Carr, also known as Rev Jeff in this space called the Infinity Fellowship. This is actually a physical space. We do have services on first Sunday in person. We invite you to join us at some point for that. We want to see you first Sunday. Of course, I'm putting that in your consciousness right now. This is also when we welcome those of you who are visiting us for the very first time. So if you're visiting us for the very first time, we have a special welcome that we say that we want to pour into you. Before I do that, though, I'd be remiss if I didn't give you an opportunity to connect with Infinity as we connect with you, and also to get a little gift the next time we see you. We want to send you something in the mail. We want to send you a greeting. We want to make sure we connect with you. So the slide that you now see on your screen has that information for you. It's a QR code. And also in the chat, you have a link to a form to fill out. So I'm going to invite you to just take a moment out and send some energy back into the universe, y'all, as you share by scanning that QR code or filling out that link in your chat. You can do it now. You can do it after service is over. You can do it whenever spirit moves you, but do it quick because we want you in the circle of love. If you've been experiencing love like this and you're like, man, these guys really fun, they're really high energy, we're laid back, all of those things. That is how we are all the time at the Infinity Fellowship, because the Infinity Fellowship is where people make the quantum leap from simple religious doctrine into expansive and responsible spirituality. We don't pressure you, so just fill out the link as soon as you can. If you feel it in your heart, and we'll send you a note to say that we appreciate seeing you. And when we see you in person, especially on first Sunday in August, if you're in town, we'll get a little gift to you and we'll let you know about that love energy. This may be your first physical time visiting the Infinity Fellowship, but I am pleased that I get the opportunity to let you know that we truly see the real you. If you're a first-time visitor, you can type it in the chat. Say, this is my first time, or I haven't been in a while. And people who are in the chat are going to shower you with a lot of love and affection and welcoming energy, because that is the foundation of the Infinity Fellowship. You should come into a spiritual environment and feel the love energy and not feel anything else. But we get to see who, what, where, when, and why you are. If you're a first-time visitor, I'm going to invite you to just take a deep breath. And imagine that people all over the world are extending their hands to you in this moment. And that as I say these welcome words, they are saying the same thing and repeating after me. And it's going to feel good. So just hold your hands out and receive it. Or you can say it back and know that the symphony of voices that we call the Infinity Fellowship are sending this energy to you. You ready? Deep voice, deep breath. I was like, I got a deep voice. Make it real. We just live here, that's all. Even if you're not a first timer, you need to say this, because this is the love energy that you feel at Infinity. Inhale and exhale. I see you, but you don't hear me though. I really see the real you. I see who you are. You are a divine manifestation of God's creation. I see what you are. You are a spirit. You're more than what's on the outside. You are a gift to me and to the entire world. I see where you are. You're right here in front of me on this screen, where I can let you know that no matter what you're going through, you're not alone. I'm with you. People from Infinity all over the world are with you, and you are at home. I see when you are. This is important, because you're in the right now, my friend. You're so much more than your yesterday. And finally, I see why you are. You're here today to learn. You're here to grow. You're here to embrace your dreams and to celebrate your divine destiny. And I know all of this because I'm here to do the same thing, and we're going to help each other out. All right? All right? I know the real you, and I see you shining today. I feel you shining today. And most importantly, I know you're shining today. So welcome to Infinity, my friend. Welcome home. And we say all over the world, Ashe, oh, I hold that, 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 oh. We want to say good morning to you. Good morning, y'all. Good morning to you is what we say to say gratitude. If you're a first timer or not, I don't care who you are. I see you on the stream out there coming in. We're going to say good morning to you. This is an Infinity song. And as we say good morning to you, we want you to let us know who you are and what you're grateful for. So we see you in the chat. We see everybody. We see Sarah. We see Christina. We see Kat. We see Jacqueline. We see everybody. We want you to sing along with us. Good morning. Oh, Jacqueline's in South Africa. Come on, we're blowing you up.
A good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say a da 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 a da 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 a da 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 da. Hey, good morning.
Go ahead and generate
to
some
you.
Love in that chat, y'all.
Good morning to
What's
you.
something that you're grateful for? Just
Good
one thing.
morning to you.
And watch what happens.
Good morning to you. 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 And we say da 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 da. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you.
I see y'all. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning to you.
Hey.
Good
morning.
to you. Good morning.
Good morning
to you.
Hey, y'all, look at that. Excellent, Lady Kenitha. Thank you so much. I see you got that wonderful Nana necklace on today, shining with Nana on there. I know, we bringing the ancestors, the energy we're representing in this place today. We got Nana. We got the extra mommy love today. We're just sharing it. Yep, she's got another friend. It's the ancestors just keep getting stronger. Things getting better, y'all. This is the way that it goes. This is why we're here. Good morning. I want to say good morning to everybody. We've got people who are coming in from everywhere. We've got New York. We've got Georgia. I'm looking at the screen. We've got South Africa. We've got, oh my gosh, we got everything. We got a global audience today. Y'all hit that reshare button, type somebody's name, tag them. Let them know it's time to be here at Infinity Fellowship. With that, we are announcing in this moment that it is the time that you all have been waiting for. It is the time for tithes and offering at Infinity. Thunderous applause is shaking the earth because this is when we take that beloved energy, that loving energy of giving, and we pour it into the energy of giving through our tithes and our offering. Our tithes and our offering are important because this is how we participate fully in the service. As we participate fully in the service, we can receive a lot. You've already received the breath that's in your body. You've already received, hopefully, divine purpose. We are speaking that you are working on that. You also are receiving community. And the process of tithing and offering is important. I'll do offering first because offering is what God, what the spirit that you align as your creator or your ancestors, whatever that is, what they have put in your heart right now to give. I want you to think on that because you can give in person. When we're here on first Sundays, you can give now online via Cash App or PayPal. You can also put it in the mail as well. And that's important because this is how we build community. This is how we build things out. If you're ready to go to the next level of seeing abundance in your life, we recommend the practice of tithing. The practice of tithing is taking 10% of what you receive. And that is when I get my paycheck, when somebody gives me a gift, when somebody is a financial blessing to me. If I get $10, I take $1 of that and pour it back in because it increases my flow. I am saying to the universe that I am a giver and therefore I expect giving. All right. So when we are in that place, the universe can give to us, but the universe can only give to us when we reach a point where we have decided that we are going to be in alignment with that frequency. Okay. So we want you to practice that. So if you're tithing 10,000, if you're tithing $1, whatever it is that you are receiving, when you've seen that benefit, testimony after testimony after testimony after testimony comes through the door. That this is how I open the door to the highest level of prosperity. Because when I'm taking a conscious move to pour back in that which I am receiving, just a small portion, I see amazing results. So I want to gift that to you. This is the opportunity to give. So as we give, we're going to sing a song of gratitude. And it's just going to say an affirming mantra, which is everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. I got it. I got it. I got it good. We're going to get to that in just a moment. Before then, though, we want to supercharge this energy. And we want to do that by speaking together our offertory affirmation. So wherever you are, I want you to grab your device, your checkbook, whatever you're working with, and we're going to pause in this moment of conscious giving. And we're going to pour this energy into this space that provides our spiritual food. And we're going to delightfully do it, right? That's what we do. We don't give from a space of guilt. We give from a place of appreciation. So take a deep breath. Exhale, let it go. Man, didn't that feel good? You got that for free. However many thousands of times a day it's happening. It's happening for you. So let's prepare to give, and let's bring up our offertory affirmation as we say it together. Oh, limitless, abundant creator, source of everything I possess. You have given me the gifts of life, breath, and creativity. You continue to provide for me without judgment or preference. And so I freely return these gifts to you with my whole heart, mind, and intention, knowing that as I give freely with both remembrance and gratitude, the circle of abundance will be unbroken. And so it is. Everything is good, y'all. We're going to sing this as we give. And on the screen, you see the ways to give. Come on, y'all. Let's do this together.
Ooh, everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, yeah, hey, everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. Ooh, yeah, everything is good. Oh, everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, everything is good. Everything is good. Yes, it is. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Come on and remind yourself everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. Oh, everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, everything good. Yeah, everything is good. Yes, it is. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Come on and tell yourself everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Oh, I've got it good. I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Oh, yeah. Remind yourself, I've got it. Woo. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. I've got it good. Yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Oh, wow, wow. Lady Kenitha sang that today. She took that thing to the next level. So everything is good, y'all. As we prepare our minds and our hearts for today's message and lesson, there are a few things that we want to get out of the way first, but we also want to put a link into the chat or put some QR code on the screen for you standing ovations. Standing ovations is something that you're going to be reminded to do in a minute, but we also want to let you know that this is the way we celebrate manifestations here. So if you just go to this QR code right here on the screen, or you click on the chat link. Those of you who have been in Infinity a while, you know that as a result of your spiritual practices, there are things that manifest for you. And so we want to speak those things aloud in affirmation today and to make room for that, because that's a powerful part of what we do at Infinity. We learn to tune our frequency to abundance, and that is why we do standing ovations. So some people have manifest a house, or they've been working on getting an education, or something has been going on with their family, and they've made that hurdle. They've cleared it. They've checked it off the list. Those things that you've checked off that list is done. Go ahead and put them in right now. I'm giving you your early warning, and during our announcements, we'll get the affirmation of that as well. We want to head down to Texas and bring in the person who is going to bring us our announcements today, our highlight announcements for you, Sister Christy Sharp. So we want to bring her on the screen and say, hey, Sister Sharp, how you doing?
Hi, Reverend Jeff. Hey, everybody. How you doing today? It's
We're
good to be here.
over to you. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here today. Well, good morning, Infinity. In preparation for standing ovations, here is your 2-minute warning to get it in. A standing ovation is an accomplishment you have made that we can shout you out for. Let us know what good things you've birthed into the world. You've got a link in the chat on our Infinity live stream. Let's go to the slide as we welcome to July, which is the 7th month of the year of divine development. We are now officially crossing over into the second half of the year. Can you believe it's already here? Yes, divine development, powered by love, guided by vision. So our daily mantra is, I am powered by love, guided by vision. This is the year we continue to develop our personal and institutional infrastructure. So we are grateful for the opportunity to stand as a community for spiritual growth. So please say it with me. I am powered by love and guided by vision. Breathe in and breathe out. Before we get to standing ovations, it's third Sunday, so let's get a few highlights announcements to you. We are excited to announce that July theme is, and so it is, practicing the power of proclamation in the universe. Reverend Jeff's and Infinity downloads and themes this month will focus squarely on the development of fruit-producing right action in your life. If you are ready to take your spiritual practice to the next level, take notes on Sundays. Put the practice in action and watch yourself manifest to the fruit you desire to see. That is the proof. Here is your reminder that we will meet in person every Sunday. So for those in the area, far and near, if you can, please join Rev Jeff and Lady Tanita in the building. Infinity Fellowship is a place to be on first Sundays. The remaining of the Sundays will be virtually. We'll meet virtually every Sunday after the first Sunday with special guests and activities in between. So if you can in the area, first Sunday, please be there in the building. Next week is Yoga Sunday, and we are inviting you to align breath and with body in our monthly Sunday service that gets you moving and flowing in the positive direction. At Infinity, we pride ourselves on healing holistically, and that means taking care of the body. That is our spirit, that our spirit are wearing in this earthly existence. So get your mats ready at home for next Sunday. Join us virtually for Yoga Sunday. This is our special monthly mind, body, soul alignment. So on Wednesday is special here at Infinity. In our group, we have Love and Light. Love and Light is on fire, team. I tell you, it is wonderful. In the band app, we have Love and Light, and we get to enjoy unpacking Sunday messages and monthly themes in a powerful way. Each week, Tyrell and Tashana Lindsay lead our open discussions for share reactions, thoughts, and revelations that come to us via the Sunday morning experience. This allows us to experience that midweek boost of community. And if you're asking, how do I get into love and light? That's a simple. That's simple because you can become a member of Affinity today. Click the box that states, I am ready to join on the visitor's welcome form, which can be found in the chat on the visitor slide or to my right or your left in the top corner of the altar big screen. After new members orientation, you'll be given a code to join. Going through orientation not only gives you a class in ancient wisdom, but an introduction to the language, terminology, and energy of the Affinity Fellowship. So we look forward to seeing you all, especially members we haven't seen in a while. Please come. Each week is a brand new start, so set your calendar alarms to answer the Love and Light call. They start promptly at 7 o'clock on Wednesday, Central Standard Time. And if I could add, Love and Light is one of the coolest and the safe space to be at on Wednesday night. So please check us out. In Love and Light, here this morning, Sister Iris, she's a core member of Love and Light. And in the group, everyone knows I always give my respects to the elders. And so hearing about her mom transition this morning was touching to me. And so I have to send my heartfelt condolences to her. And Love and Light, we love you, Sister Iris, and we keep you in prayer. So now let's bring it back, Reverend Jeff and Lady Kanita, because it's time for standing ovations.
Tune your vibration to a high elevation. It's time for the good news, our standing ovation.
How about that part?
Well, our high energy comes
Welcome.
from
Yes. Yes, absolutely. I love it. What do we do? You're at the table now, aren't you? Aren't you at the table now? I love
yes.
it.
Okay, there it is. Because look,
Y'all keep it
I
real here.
could go away from the script, but
You
then
can.
it's gonna take me a while, and we want to stay on schedule, okay? And so it might take me 2 hours to
Mazel
just
tov.
start talking.
Mazel tov.
Okay. So this is our time of practice of SNAP. During this part of the service, we receive practical lessons and tools for our individual journeys. That's spirituality. We fellowship with like-minded spirits every week. That's nurturing. We take what we learn and apply it in our lives. That's action. And if we do these, then every week we see examples of progress in our lives, and that is the proof. So let us pause to enjoy a collective moment of manifestation and expansion. So here's what's going to happen. When your name is called, please stand wherever you are. You can go ahead and stand, but you don't have
Go
to.
on, stand up if you want to. We
as
got
I
you.
read aloud your manifestation. When I finish each person's ovation, we will all snap our fingers to celebrate and affirm them. But at the very end, that's the fun part. At the very end, we're going to give a collective, out of this world standing ovation.
Okay, good. So let's get these ovations out. I got a lot of standing ovations, and one standing ovation, I got the name skipped, so y'all gonna have to help me in the chat, because on that form, somebody skipped the name, and I'm gonna have to make it so that we'll have to talk to our tech folks to make sure that anybody can't fill out the form without doing the name, because we want to celebrate you. But it's okay. We're going to figure this out. We're going to do some detective work. Our first one comes from in-house, Brother Tony and Signaris, who is on text. He wants to update people. Tony runs our tech, y'all. If you're new to Infinity, and Tony
Been doing it for
does
years.
acting, and he does a lot of things.
Yes.
So for those of you who don't know, he's doing a lot of great things, and we want to pause in this moment to
Yay,
celebrate
Tony,
that
Tony.
earlier this week, Tony was cast to do a paid voiceover gig. And also traveled. Yes, he also traveled to a mixer by himself. Although there were lonely moments, I stayed the whole time and made some new connections and did not even drink. So there
look
it
at
is.
you,
Sober living in a social environment. We send you a shout out, Tony. Congratulations for that, man. Standing ovations for that growth. We also have from in-house staff, as these are populating. We have one that I'm going to save. No, I don't want to save. I think I'm going to do it. It's from Kai. Kai Omalara Carr. For those who are new, excuse me, Kai is our next to youngest daughter. She's number 5 in the pecking order of the Carr clan.
Yes,
But Kai is very proud because she would like to announce her manifestation. She has been growing in her skills.
she's the 4th.
She's the 4th of 5, right? She's number
5.
4. So she said, I did my mommy's hair.
Come on, I was wondering, hey.
Bookings
Come
available.
on.
That is final. That is.
Come on, Nick.
That's beauty shop quality.
Yeah,
So shout
she
out.
did her doggone thing, honey.
I'm next, Kai.
Oh.
I got enough to grip right
Praise
here
it.
on the side. Hook me up. Stevie Wonder special, Rev Jeff.
Yes, Kai's the bomb, y'all. So
Me
y'all
want
need
twist
go
locks.
on and make them appointments.
Make it,
Them
make it.
appointments.
But yeah, congratulations, Kai.
Congratulations.
She's
Thank
learned
you,
to
Kai.
manifest in her gifts, and so it's just a beautiful thing. Thank you for that.
And she
And
did
we're
such
seeing
a
it.
great job.
Kai is growing in there. Next shout out goes to our sister extraordinaire of the dynamic duo of the Harris family, Sister Candace Harris. The Nashville Business Journal published an article I wrote on behalf of Pinnacle Financial entitled Rewriting the Narrative, How Equity, Access, and Advice Can Change Everything for Homeowners in Marginalized Communities.
We gotta read the article.
The minds and the hearts and the people of I'm telling y'all, your vibe attracts your tribe. You want to be around some excellent people who are pushing you to grow and who are manifesting great things, come on through. And
Yes.
Sister Candace, you're out there showing up and showing out in the financial sector. So if you've got a chance to get your business journal and get your article there, go read it, and trust me, Sister Candace Harris knows what she's talking about.
Yes.
I love it. And I love that you're writing, that you're creating. So interviewing is great, but when you're actually putting it there in print, that lives as a legacy. What a great standing ovation. Okay, so I've got a standing ovation that 3 weeks ago, this is my nameless one, I got licensed to start my own home care health agency. And last week, I secured the first of many housing contracts to start my sober living group home.
Who is this?
I know of 2 people it can be
right.
because we have 2 entrepreneurs with property that they turn into. It's going to be somebody. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to keep my eye on the screen. But congratulations, because that's huge. And I know that can be, I'm not going to mention the names. That could be 2 or 3 people. That's who it sounds like, Alicia. But I want to make sure that that shout out goes because that is fire. Y'all are seeing progress. At Infinity, we want you to see progress. It's Corey. Go ahead, Corey. That means 3 people. We got 3 people in the industry. Congratulations, Corey. Way to do that, man. Way to do that. That's how you do that. We've got the Brown family, Brother Terrence Brown.
Hey, Terrence.
Family, we're excited to
See you in a
share
little bit.
that after a blessed waiting period, we now finally have occupancy for our new home. I'm going to add brand new, built from the ground up home, and are making preparations to move in. Also, the snapping is going on all over the world. Also, I'm excited to announce that God has continued to bless me in the workspace, and I've accepted an awesome job opportunity that should still allow me to continue working for myself, but also have a standard W-2 position with a big name company with some awesome benefits. We are tithing faithfully. Get that. I talked about that, y'all. If you're giving, if you aren't in that practice, I'm telling you, it works. I'm not talking about the hocus pocus guilt stuff. It puts your mind in alignment with it. And Terrence is one of our good people. He's always Terrence and Thea, the family, everybody, they're going to flow in that tithing space. He said, so we are faithfully tithing and truly seeing the fruits of that submissiveness. Thank you all for your thoughts and prayers along the way. It's a brand new home.
And you get to move on in.
It's a move in.
My goodness.
And we know the struggles.
We will be bringing a basket.
We know the story. Yes, we'll bring
goodies.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
And so that's what's beautiful, because we tend to think that things just manifest out of nowhere. There's always struggle. There's always obstacle, but it makes it so much sweeter
Yes.
when you get to cross that threshold. and get into that house and take a deep breath and say,
And you trust the
oh,
universe.
thank
boy.
you, God.
Trust it.
Let's call Reverend Jeff and Lady Kenitha and bring
Yes.
them over.
Right.
We like brand new
We already
houses.
claimed the
We're gonna
room.
bless
I
it
know
for you. We
everybody's
got you.
claiming
We're
that
gonna do it.
other
We've done it.
room.
We've been able to bless. Oh my gosh, I've lost count of the houses that we've been able
And
to
we're
go in
about
and
to-
bless.
yes.
People having a brand new home. And so
Thanks to your star.
it's just great. Next, we got another one coming up too. It's
Yes,
happening here.
congratulations.
Next shout out goes to Brother Tracy Harris. We got-
Tracy! Yeah.
that's the other half,
Uh-huh.
right? 50 and 50.
Y'all kiss my babies too. Tracy and Candace. Those are my babies.
Yes. I want to purport that, yes, look at that. Tracy is supporting what Candace says.
Yes.
He wants to support that she is making great moves. And now she's a finalist for the Nashville Chamber of Commerce Emerging Leaders Award.
What?
I would be shocked, but when y'all know.
she was Miss Fisk. I mean,
Well, there you go. How about that?
I mean,
That is. And that's just a beautiful family. The Harris family is just blazing new trails in banking and entrepreneurship. I'm telling you.
Yes.
And osmosis is real. You want to
Excellence.
be around some great people, just
Everybody,
show up.
excellence.
You
This is
can throw a
excellence,
rock
man.
and hit people who are manifesting. And I always said that if you want to learn that energy or be in that energy, be around people who continue to lift you up and pour
Yes.
into you because it makes a difference. And so that's a beautiful way
Oh,
to
that's so
celebrate.
exciting,
Okay, I think I
everybody.
got everybody. I hit the switch again to populate. And I think it came through clear. So let us know what
Okay.
to do.
All
Lady Kenitha.
right. And again to Sister Iris, we love you. We love you, love you, love you, love you, love you.
Yes,
So if you
Sister
did,
Iris,
if you
we
did
want to.
share, you're gonna have several seats while the rest of us are going to stand to our feet and give a thunderous standing ovation. Okay? Here we go. That was great. Those are the announcements for today, and so it is. Ashe.
Ashe, ashe, ashe. Oh, you know, when we think about this energy here, I'm going to give you all at home a moment to start pulling out your notepads. Third Sunday is when we go to work, y'all. This is when we literally pour into how we manifest things spiritually in a powerful way. We want to make sure that you're very conscious that what we do today, what we talk about today, is important. What we talk about today is not just a motivational speech, it's not just a lecture, but it's what I call sacred science. It is a moment for us to come together and to listen and to hear and to feel what it takes for us to manifest. So this is the time for you to grab your journal. This is the time for you to grab your notebook. This is the time for you to grab your thumbs and get ready to interact as we prepare our hearts and minds. Today's meditation, before I get to it, I wanted to say that this energy is very much sent toward our sister, Iris Lee, the passing of her mom. Sister Iris was scheduled to do our meditation today. And so thank you for letting us know that mom had made that transition. And we like to let you know that, of course, we're still with you. We got a lot to unpack, a lot to talk about. But in these moments where there appear to be dark elements rising on the horizon, it's particularly important that we turn to a meditative space that puts us and keeps us in the plane of perspective. And so today's meditation is brought to us by one of the Science of Mind writers, Marilyn Leo, who reminds us that there is always light. We individually allow the darkness into our hearts and minds. What is the darkness? The appearance that there is no light. But the truth is probably that we stood with our back to the light when we really needed to turn around and face the light. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. So it is spoken, so it is received, and so it is. As we prepare our minds for the mind level and plane that we are on right now, to prepare our minds for going forward and how we go forth in the world, I invite you to recognize the space of consciousness that we all get to tap into. When we sing our song, wherever you are, I want you to join me. We'll sing a couple of verses. One of the old school songs that used to, in some people's mind, be about going to heaven after we got through here. Reality is, heaven is at hand. So we invite you to rise to the consciousness plane as we say, come and go to that land. Come and go to that land. Why don't you come and go to that land where I'm bound, where I'm bound. Why don't you come and go to that land? Come and go to that land. Why don't you come and go to that land where I'm bound? Oh, there is love in that land. I said there is love in that land. You know that there is love in that land where I'm bound, where I'm bound. You know that there is love in that land. There is love in that land. I said there is love in that land where I'm bound. Sister Iris, all of my people are in that land. I said all of my people are in that land. Oh, all of my people are in that land where I'm bound, where I'm bound. Said all of my people are in that land. All of my people are in that land. I said all of my people are in that land where I'm bound. Oh, don't you want to go with me to that land? Don't you want to go with me to that land? Why don't you go with me to that land where I'm bound? Oh, yeah, why don't you come and go with me to that land? Come and go with me to that land. Lord, come and go with me to that land where I'm, oh Lord, where I'm bound. Oh, where I'm bound. Woo, thank you, Thomas Hayes, in my heart. Whoa. Grandmamas, granddaddies, I hear you loud and clear in this moment. I hear you loud and clear. This whole month, y'all, we've been having this conversation. And we've been having this conversation around speaking things into existence and the power of proclamation. And the power of proclamation and saying, and so it is, it's the energy of being able to say, you know, I am here. I am where I need to be. I'm exactly where I need to be. I'm doing exactly what I need to be doing. This understanding is also important because it gives us an embracing, if you will, of this power of manifestation. When we talk about manifestation, it's, you know, it's easy for us to relax into thinking that we're only talking about putting some affirmations on a Post-it note on a mirror. I'm beautiful, I'm smart, I'm gifted, I'm prosperous. That's a part of it. I'm not making fun of it because that's what I teach. That's what Spirit teaches here at Infinity Fellowship. And I'm very pleased that 11 years later, we're starting to hear this language in traditional churches. We're starting to hear this language in traditional teachings, from ancient wisdom to teachings of candomblé and Ifa and Vodun. And everybody's now starting to realize that there is something to this concept of law of attraction, and I love it. As there is something to this concept of law of attraction, there's also something to the process. So when we say, and so it is a proclamation of power, but the reality is, how do we make it so in a way that is meaningful? I know many of you are keeping up with the various trials that are happening in the world. I don't spend a lot of time ruminating on news that I can't control, that I can't change. It creates a vibrational frequency that takes me personally away from tuning in. But we know that what happens in a trial is, if you are fortunate and you have the wealth, or you have a good attorney, when something happens and you are sentenced for a crime, or after being convicted, you receive what is called a suspended sentence. Somebody might, now I'm not going to ask anybody to say, hey, have you ever gotten a suspended sentence? We don't want to go into that in the chat yet, because we ain't going to take your confession right now. But if you've ever stood before a judge, if you've ever had to deal with a legal issue, a suspended sentence can be a second chance for a turnaround. When we talk about what a suspended sentence actually is, let's look at the legal definition. I'm just going to read what a suspended sentence is. It's when a judge delays the execution of a prison sentence. How many people you've been in the prison of your own mind? You've ever had that moment where you just couldn't get out of your thoughts. You were locked into a frequency vibration and you couldn't learn how to break it. Don't worry, we're going to get you out of that prison today. The execution of a prison sentence, either fully or partially, for a convicted individual, instead of immediate incarceration, instead of going straight to jail, the defendant is placed under probation. Spirit is putting some of y'all on probation today. And the probation means that you must meet certain conditions. If the individual successfully fulfills these conditions during the probation period, the suspended sentence remains inactive. You can stay out of jail. You can go do the things you need to do. And whether you were convicted or guilty or not, you got sentenced, but the suspended sentence gave you a little bit of freedom. However, here's where we get to it. If you violate the terms, the judge can revoke the suspension and order the original sentence to be carried out. So see, when we talk about the legal sense, it drips into, it flows into, it funnels itself into what we're doing spiritually, because some of us have received a suspended sentence for something we've been guilty of. And you've been guilty of allowing yourself to de-evolve into a negative frequency vibration. That's for some specific folks. You see, you have to choose your words when we talk about "and so it is" carefully, because you can easily build yourself a prison and then actively choose to live in it every day. A suspended sentence means that you are walking around free, but you're technically still in jail. Somebody put that line in: free, but still in jail. Because jail is a mindset. Prison is a mindset. Some of us have found ourselves in spiritual prison. So I'm just going to make a few points today, because we're going to move this proclamation energy into the language that we use. We're going to clear the threat of a suspended sentence. We're going to clear the fear that you may have of being on probation and walking around free, but being spiritually in jail. This is a second chance for y'all today. And as we stand here talking about suspended sentences, we're going to turn that phrase a little bit, and instead of talking about a jail, we're talking about language. There are languages, there are language uses that we need to meditate on and be careful of what we're doing going forward. We want to clear the threat of a suspended sentence. I'm going to invite you to start suspending the sentence. That can be your first point. I'm going to suspend the sentence. When we talk about suspending the sentence, what does that mean, Rev? How can I suspend my own sentence? Well, it's simple. You are the judge, jury, and executioner of everything that you do in this world. When we talk about the concept of the vortex, we talk about Abraham Hicks, Lady Kenitha and I were talking about this concept of spiraling. And we get the choice this week, last week, I should say, that even Rev Jeff reached this moment where there was a circumstance and a situation that threatened to spiral me. When we're talking about Abraham Hicks, you're talking about creating a vortex. A vortex is a tunnel. I always like to see it as a tornadic kind of construct. I like to see that there's this swirling building energy. And as Lady Kenitha pointed out to me last week, that you get the chance and the choice to control which direction your spiral will go into. You can spiral downward and take that tornado in an upside down formation of the pyramid, and it gets bigger and bigger and deeper the lower you go. Or you can choose to spiral upward so that your energy and your frequency grows and expands in the good. Secret. You get to choose. You get to choose. Somebody in the chat, just say, I get to choose. I need you to confess that, right? I need you to profess that too. I need you to proclaim it. I get to choose. There needs to be a physical record where you interact right now. Say, I get to choose which direction I allow my spirit to go into. So for me, when there's an inciting incident, oftentimes in life we think that, everything is good. Everything is good. I'm walking along. Everything is good. Everything is good until something happens. And when something happens, all of a sudden we say, well, I don't care. I've been saying everything is good, but shoot, everything ain't good. And I need to know. This is the way this is. I'm going to keep it 100. Everything ain't good. This is terrible. And guess what you're doing now? You're making a conscious choice to begin the downward spiral into a vortex of negativity that continues to feed itself. With a spiral, with a vortex, the more wind it takes, the more energy it goes in, the bigger it gets, the stronger it gets. So we have this concept of, I just need to sit in this for a minute. Do you? How's it working? How long do you sit in it? How long do you, when you are conscious of your own ability to manifest, do you allow yourself to sit in something without seeking help, getting help, and starting by moving to a space of neutrality? So in my mind, when I was breathing, I said, you know what? Let me stop. Let me remind myself that everything is good. And when I'm feeling the magnetic attraction to go to a low frequency vibration and to continue to go down and look down, let me look up and try to get myself to neutral. And if I can get myself to neutral and I can psychologically see everything swirling around me, I can acknowledge those things are swirling, but I also acknowledge that I am in the center. And in the center of the storm, there is peace. And so I suspend, if you will, the desire to allow the negative to pull me down. I rise to a space of neutrality. From a space of neutrality, everything is even. From the space of even, I look up and move up. And you move up by changing the language. This situation hit me, but I'm grateful I have the tools to learn to manifest. All this situation came at me, but I'm grateful that I did not bite on what was offered to me. This situation was negative, but then all of a sudden I'm no longer listing what was negative. I'm saying I have skills, I have power, I have love, I have joy, I have breath in my body, I have relationships, I have friends I can go to, I have community who will listen to me, I have books that I know to read, I have videos that I know to click on. All of a sudden your energy is expanding and going upward. You suspended the sentences, the physical sentences, the etymological sentences, the linguistic sentences that kept you spiraling to a lower place. When we go to suspend the sentences, we're going to go to the physical demonstration of this so that y'all can see what Spirit has for you. When we talk about deep and profound spiritual concepts, before I say that, I'm going to say something else that comes from a teaching of Abraham Hicks. Abraham Hicks said once that we need to work on developing a low tolerance for low frequency. I'm just going to walk around on that. I develop a low tolerance for low frequency. When you're developing it, you reach a point where your language changes and you say, you know what? I have a low tolerance for low frequency. How does that hit with you? Somebody type that in the chat box. I have a low tolerance for low frequency. Rev Jeff's saying is, I decline your invitation to a lower vibration. But I don't have a tolerance for it. Can you do it? No, if your spirit is fighting that, you need to check your frequency. Because you can't have a frequency of love and positivity if you're attuned to the station of negativity and low energy. If that's what you're walking in, that's what you're going to manifest. I mentioned that any great achiever will tell you this. Nick Saban, I mentioned before at Infinity, hands full of championship rings. He points out, you can never have a winning team if you have people who are excellent and people who are mediocre. They just don't mix. Mediocre people, as Saban would say, will always attack the people that are excellent. And the people who are excellent can never be patient with people who are subscribed to mediocrity. This is in our lives too. It just won't work. And I trust the person who has proven spirituality, nurturing, action, proof. That's what SNAP means. The person who has the proof to tell you that in your life, when you ever notice that when you're trying to do something positive, when you're trying to reshape the way that you move through the world, when you walk in with a positive frequency, vibration, and energy, that those that are negative simply cannot stand it. It gets on their nerves. It's like lighting Palo Santo and people say, oh, I like the peace. And somebody else said, it's tearing me up. It's the spiritual energy of negativity that cannot exist in the space of positivity. Where are you in the world when somebody says to you, everything is good? How you doing? Good morning. Brother Paul Fitzgerald, Kane Avenue Missionary Baptist Church. I never once in my life, from a child to a grown-up out of college when he passed, I never once ran into Deacon Paul Fitzgerald where he did not say the exact same thing. Good morning. How you feeling this beautiful morning? When he got older and his jaw structure changed, he lost some teeth, he would say it still. Good morning. How you feeling this beautiful morning? He would find a way to say it. And how would it be for me to say, I'm sick of you saying that to me, old man. Leave me alone. Where would my frequency be where I would be bothered by the good wishes and the joyful disposition of an elder? Where are we in a frequency space and a frequency plane when those who are positive, and it may be you, encounter people who are negative, those who are working toward the excellence of balance and spirituality are encountering those that are negative? That is a sign that your vibrational frequency is working. So when we get to this place here, we start to reframe how we say things. Let's talk about this for a minute. Let's ask ourselves the question, what am I missing that I am not getting? Everybody had anybody say that sentence right there? Well, what am I missing that I'm not getting? It can have a negative connotation. when things don't work, what am I missing that I'm not getting here? Huh? Is everybody stupid? What is wrong? If you ever had a supervisor that was like that, what am I missing that I'm not getting? What did I say? What is going on? Do you feel the nasty negative energy that's coming out there? But if we look at this sentence, what am I missing that I am not getting? If we look at it using the same words, if we suspend this sentence and then transform it, let's ask the question this way. What am I getting that I am missing? This translates to, take a deep breath, because this changes the energy. Same exact words, different configuration. If you wake up in the morning and you say to yourself that you are on a struggle, the house ain't where it needs to be, the finances may not be where they need to be, the interactions with people they may not be where they need to be, and yet you are in this space of speaking things into existence. You're doing your meditation, I know. You're doing your prayer, I know. You're doing everything that you're supposed to, but there is still something that is not appearing just like that, because you think that the minute you speak it is supposed to manifest. True, you can change your vibration to reach that level, but the reality is it takes some work. And it takes some time. And when you don't see it instantly, you can begin to count those negative things first. And then you ask the question. You start to say, well, doggone it, I'm walking through here trying to be positive. What am I missing that I'm not getting? But go back to the sentence. What am I getting? Well, I've got a right mind. The universe gave me that. The universe gave me clarity. The universe gave me purpose. You're getting all of this from God and from the ancestors. You're already getting it. You're getting support from friends. You're getting community. And you're getting a reminder. And if somebody's here, your negative spirit is saying, I ain't getting none of that. Well, yes, you are. You're getting a reminder right now. Universe is getting you a reminder. You're on this stream, you're getting community. You're right here seeing this chat come alive. You're getting support. You're getting purpose if you decide that you put your mind on it. And I'm giving you this divine clarity right now so that you may be in your right mind. So all of this is you're getting it. And if you focus on what you're lacking, you won't get it. But if you focus on what you get, that's what you're missing. You're missing the fact that you already got it. That every single thing inside of you is every single thing that you need to be successful. I already have it. Whatever it is. Type that in the chat box. I already have it. You're not missing anything. The only thing that's missing is your conscious awareness of what you already have. That's why you turn to gratitude. Because when you start, we start the service with gratitude, because when you start counting the little things, you have no detracting spaces where you keep talking about what you don't have. Have you ever noticed that it has that swelling effect when you start talking about, oh, the doorknob don't work. Oh, man, the next thing I see that carpet over there. Your mind starts to turn because your mind manifests. Your mind starts to find and seek evidence that backs up what your thesis is. And if your thesis sentence is framed incorrectly, you start picking and nitpicking to the point where you have spiraled yourself down, but you're going to blame everybody else. Move it. Let's do another sentence because it becomes beautiful. Sometimes you got to, I'm going to give you one of the most powerful symbols ever. Ready for it? Wow. Y'all know what that symbol is? Well, it can be zero. Let me take it out. Somebody in the space says zero. I'm going to do this. How about this? What does that mean now? Let me do this. That's a ghost.
Oh, no ghost.
Right.
It's ghost free. No angels.
No walking. That's a no symbol. I love Infinity. They're going to tell, I'm going to make sure they do it till it's clear. No. It was a ghost. Ghostbusters. If y'all see that, I'm dating myself. This is the no symbol. It equals no. And if you want a better example of it, let's see how we can reframe. Let's see how we can suspend a sentence and change it. Because this is one that I hear from people, especially young people, but it's okay because it's for all ages. I don't know who I am. Anybody ever had that feeling? You ain't got to confess. You ain't got to say nothing in the chat. I don't know who I am. But see, no is a boundary. No is not a bad thing. No defines what you know can be safety. No parking, because you might get hit. No trucks, because children might be playing. No can be a safety valve. And let me demonstrate. What happens now when we transition this sentence? When we place that symbol over that, then it becomes, we can rearrange, we can play the game with the anagrams. We can move these words around, right? We can, now that we've eliminated don't, we have these words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to take this in another direction. I'm going to use these same words. I'm not going to add any more words. I don't want you to be additive in the way that you use your language. I want you to suspend the way that you're using your language. I want you to suspend this sentence. Then I want you to modify it once you relieve yourself of the boundary. There's one other way to say this, right? Wrong. There's 2 other ways to say this. I am who I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same 5 words. I am who I know. This is where distraction is important. You cannot know who you are if you do not recognize that you are the result .
Sorry about that, y'all. I went out of battery, so we're here. So, I am who I know. The writings on the temple, man, know thyself, you know the secrets of the universe. The dot on the chalkboard that we talked about first Sunday. I know if you're brand new, you're like, I didn't get this ancient wisdom. Guess what? You go to the replay for first Sunday and you get this, that all of humanity, everything that we have is encapsulated in what would be, if we were to frame it on a cosmic level, all that we know is one dot on a chalkboard. And that's the accumulated knowledge of who we are. But we have access to everything else that is on the chalkboard. So when we're talking about this, every reflective energy that you find in the universe has a representative part inside each and every one of us. Our bodies are 2/3 water. The planet is 2/3 water. We're made up of certain elements that come from the birthing of stars and the exploding of stars. All of this is here. But you are who you dare to know. We are in a society that prevents us from knowing ourselves because society is built on distraction. Don't spend time grounding outside in your bare feet. Don't spend time being in a meditative space. Don't spend time with community. Instead, spend time scrolling so that I can sell you something to distract you. No, I want you to spend time watching people compete against each other so that there are joys and pains that somebody else gets to control so that I can then sell you something and sell you the hope that one day you may be able to compete and instantly see a change in your life. All of these things prevent you from going into a space of exploration where you say, I am who I know. Somebody on the chat say, know thyself. Know thyself. Know thyself. Back. Thank you very much.
It'll work now. The channel got moved. When you take the time to know yourself, when you take the time to discover what it is that you're on this earth to do, when you take the time to pour in, you get to understand that the process of manifestation begins with self-exploration. I am who I know. And when that happens, you move to a space of confidence. Same 5 words. I know who I am. Isn't that a beautiful sentence to say? Same 5 words. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. And write that sentence. I know who I am. In the law of manifestation, the law of attraction, you have to first begin to speak things in the present tense. I know who I am. Even if I don't know who I am right now, I'm not going to give in to that energy. I'm going to create the barrier that keeps me from going into a place that is not bearing fruit in my life. It's not working the other way. I dare you to try it this way. I know who I am. I know that I'm a being of light. I know that I'm a being of purpose. I know that I'm a being who makes the room better. I know that I'm a being of joy. I know that I am a being that is gifted. All of the things that you know about yourself, you got to know, as Reverend A.G. Jones used to say, you got to know that you know that you know that you know you know. Breathe in on that. Type that in the chat to help us out. I know who I am. I'm just going to take another sentence and put it in here so we'll know. Because this is something that we get when we're in the excuse-making realm. I was going to say something else and Spirit just spilled that out of my mouth, so I got to be obedient. We're in the excuse-making realm. Some of us may have said this. Allow me to say it with you with an excellent Let me say it with an excellent boost of energy. I'll learn to be positive. I know all of that stuff, Rev, you talking about all that. You know, I'm going to learn to be positive. One day I'll learn to be positive. I will. I'll learn to be positive. It never happens, does it? Why? Because the frequency that you're putting out is where you are, and you're in a negative space where you're not being positive. So you will be trapped in this limbo, if you will, and the limbo is not neutral. The limbo is a downward spiral. That's why you feel out of control. You wonder why you feel out of control? It's because you keep saying, I'll learn to be positive. One day I'm going to get there. If I put that sentence in, one day I'm going to get there. Rev, one day, I'm going to start practicing these principles that have been proven throughout the entire context of human history to work for everybody who uses them. And I'm trapped in a space where I'm seeing nothing happening in my life. But one day, I'm going to start using these principles. Quit lying to yourself. Quit lying to yourself. One day, I'm going to become a giver. I'm going to start giving. No, if you're not giving now, you're not going to become it. It's a practice. If you consciously and consistently say, I trust you, source, I trust you to contribute back to the places that feed me, I trust you to be in a giving space and a loving space, then you're practicing it right now. This is biblically in the story where the Pharisees and everyone brought their offerings and they were coming from a position of wealth. And they were giving these offerings, but here a little tiny poor woman came up and gave some of what she had. And Jesus the Christ at that time said, her gift is more valuable than everybody else. She's got a giving spirit. Everyone else was giving out of ceremony. So they can say, I'm giving. Secretly, they're saying, I hate this, but ain't nobody going to outdo me. And then they wonder why things continue to crash in their lives. Don't be the one day person. Don't be the someday person. Be the right now person. And right now you get to control whether your positive energy is going to go to the world or you're going to give in to the negative energy. And it's going to be really crystal clear. Let me give you this as we go back to this pad. I'll learn to be positive. I would ask you in the chat, I don't know how fast you can get it. How would you reframe this? Put it in the chat. And I'm going to give you no nos. You can't cross out anything in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. Something about 5 words. The pentatonic scale, that power of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boop, ba, ga, ba. This is a drum. Take a deep breath and breathe on that. And exhale. Y'all ready for magic? To be positive, I'll learn. I will commit to listening to spirit. To be positive, I will learn. I will continue to learn. What will you learn? You'll learn to rephrase and to reframe things. You'll learn that a circumstance is simply a circumstance. It doesn't define who you are. It doesn't knock you off your purpose. One of these days, you're going to learn. The elders used to say that when we were doing dumb stuff. They said, boy, one day, you're going to learn. When people confront you in the street, you say, keep messing with me, you're going to learn. But yes, so this concept of learning is real, but in order to be positive, I'll learn. So I'm going to turn this sentence around. Instead of saying I'll learn to be positive, I'm going to say to be positive, I'll learn. When we get to these places where we rephrase how we do, we recognize is that we have the power in our words. I want y'all to write in the chat book, there is power in my words. This is the secret to suspending the sentence. And it could be as simple as you not feeling good about yourself, rearranging the word. We got 2 tools today. Rearranging and proclaiming boundary. Can change a simple sentence from I'm not being who I am to I'm being who I am. The question that I ask as I leave, if you have a question, comment, or observation, of course, go ahead and put it in the chat. And I will open up the floor for you if you have something to share that you want to contribute. that you need to ask about how we reframe things and where our energy is and how we suspend our sentences, by all means, make it quick, drop it in the chat. The question is, when we go to that, is I'm being who I am because I am a human being. Being is a state of existence. We are not, although many of us practice it, we are not human doings. We think who we are is based on what we do. It's based on who we be. And I'm being who I am. So in this chat, as part of participation, if you don't have a question, I want you to give people who are watching a portal into where your mind is right now, where your spirit is right now, from a place of healing, of who I am. And we know that when we talk about the concept of the God of your acceptance and understanding, that energy is I am that I am. There's an old message on that. There's an old download on that we have this divine essence. So when we go to this sentence and we see it and we say, I am being who I am. I am funky. I am nasty. I am spiteful. I am angry. I am refusing to change. I am stubborn. I am all of these things. But guess what happens when we decide to change the way we treat ourselves? We scratch that. And when we scratch that, we begin to say, let me rewrite the script. Let me suspend that sentence. Because some of us, before I write back in here, some of us had to be very honest right now. Somebody out there needs to be very, very honest. If you had to say, how have you been the last 24 hours? How have you been the last week? What could you write in that box? Because that's the vibrational frequency that you are drawing to yourself. You get to choose in this moment who I am. So in this place, I want you to generate who you are, even if you're working toward getting there. No longer. We're speaking proclamation in the moment. Law of attraction. I speak the state that I desire to be. 101. So I am loving. I am creative. Who's got some I ams in that box? I am pleasant. I am joyful. I am brilliant. I am highly skilled. Who do I have in the box today? Who do I have in the chat today? What kind of folks do I have out here who will proclaim proclamation? I see you, Tyrell. I see you, Tashawn. I see you, Corey. I see y'all, Martin. I need to see some I ams. I am highly skilled. I am healthy. I am healed. That's it. Feel that out. I feel it. I see it. I am clear. I am focused. I am strong. I am sweet. I am wealthy. I am bold. I am gifted. I am gifted to fill out the blank and put an exclamation point. I am deep. I am, we can put some A's in. I am a giver. I am a healer. I am a friend. I am a partner. All of these things amplify this one phrase, I am being who I am. I encourage you today to choose to suspend the negative sentences that you speak in your life and to instead invert, shape, and reframe your vibration for manifestation and for all of those things that you desire to be. Because in the end, there is one phrase as I close that comes from the teachings of law of attraction. I'm not even going to put it in quotations. I am the creator of my reality. Signed, you and God. Can we take a deep breath? I'm seeing I am divine. I am seeing I am that I am. I am seeing that I'm confident. I am seeing that I am solid. I am seeing that I am courageous. I am seeing that I am resilient. I am seeing, I am feeling, I am hearing all of this energy coming in on this chat, and it's beautiful. What will you choose to be today? As we prepare to close service, I am a solid dude. I like that one. The regular talk. I'm a real solid person. All of these things. I encourage you. I implore you. I compel you. I beg you in this moment to lose all other understanding except that you create your own reality. And that you are a co-creator of your vibrational frequency. And the God of your acceptance and understanding has been waiting on you to come alive. Been waiting on you to get a moment where you say, this is it. Thank you for the reminder. What will you do with it? Will you say, thank you for reminding me, Spirit, of who I am? Or will you continue to refuse to suspend your own sentence and stay in spiritual jail? Because at this point, you're deciding to stay in spiritual jail. And it's nobody's fault. The doors have been opened. The suspended sentence has been given. And you are now in a space of probation where you get a period where you get to practice this week. You get to practice and reshape the way you use language. So I encourage you today in this moment, as we seal it, as we seal this energy, to reframe the way you talk, to reframe how you walk into a room. And when you feel the tinge of doubt, when you begin to list all of those things that are no longer in your present as if they have some value, the universe is saying, I love you. Yes, I was with you during that time, but guess what? You are not the sum total of your traumatic experiences anymore. Those things made you who you are. Now I can live steeped in the trauma and find ways to continue to say, well, this is just why I am, because I didn't have this and I didn't have that. No, I'm crossing you out Ghostbuster style. And I'm saying, regardless of what happened to me, I am empathetic. And this is how you can hear it and process it. Because your traumatic experiences should give you empathy for people who are going through traumatic experiences, so that you still in that moment don't get down into the ditch and keep them there, but are able to elevate the people around you by being able to bring positive light to a situation. It doesn't mean you ignore it. It means that you acknowledge when the vortex is spiraling downward and when it needs to move up from a place of neutrality to a space of positive expansion. This is your moment. This is your time. The door to your church is now open. The door to your church, and this is when we would do it, and we'd say, hey, come on down the aisle. Let me know if you're feeling touched by spirit, you come on down the aisle right now, and we're going to do, no. You come down the aisle in your own conscious body right now, because your body is a temple. It is holding your eternal spirit. It is holding your divine soul. You already got the temple right now, and the door to your temple is open. The door to your temple is open. What are you going to allow through the entrance of your ears? The door to your temple is open. What are you going to allow through the vision of things that you allow yourself to participate in seeing this week? The door to your temple is open. What are you going to inhale into your consciousness space? The door to your temple is open. What are you going to allow to proceed forth from your mouth to define who you are? The door to the temple is open. You have this power within you. So I invite you to come to the altar of your own understanding right now and accept that you are here on a mission. And your mission is not to be mediocre. Your mission is to be excellent. I heard somebody out there, well, everybody ain't supposed to stop it. Who told you that lie? What happens when we create a world where everyone has empathy? What happens when we create a world when people are all walking in divine purpose and not just to attract monetary gain at the expense of harming other people? What happens when we have conscious commerce? What happens when we have people who are concerned about the environment? What happens? Then we all are truly walking in who we were meant to be in the first place. And that's where healing comes from. And it starts right now. The door to your temple is open. You are now free. Don't mess up your probation period. And if you do, forgive yourself. So it is spoken, so it is received, and so it is. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and release. Sister Tashana's taking us back to our 10 Virtues series. We're going to have to reteach that this year. Virtue number 1, control of thought. Y'all read it. Y'all share it. All right, let's go to a place of perming, of prayer. We're just going to speak this into existence right now. We're going to speak this energy into existence. And as we speak this energy to existence, I invite you to adopt your prayer stance, whatever that may be. If your hands are in the air, if your eyes are closed, if your hands are over your heart, whatever it may be, I invite you into that stance right now as we align the breath by breathing in and out slowly. As we tune our energy toward the God of our acceptance and understanding, it is to that divine source that I say thank you today, that I am grateful for this download, this message, grateful for these people on this infinite life stream, grateful for these souls that are navigating this human experience. I'm so grateful to experience the energy of people who are in a space of acceptance, who are in a place of being co-creators of their own reality. And that I speak in this moment that there is a remembrance always of the power to walk in high frequency. I speak and proclaim today that everyone under the sound of my voice, everyone who will hear the replay, everyone who will be tagged in this chat will develop a low tolerance for low frequency. And by doing so, we walk in the light always. I speak that we are loving. I speak that we are healed. I speak that we are creative. I speak that we are clear. I speak that we are brilliant. And I speak that during this time, where when we click on the TV, things seem to be falling apart. Conflicts abound. Negativity and cattery and all kind of foolishness are swirling around, that when we see it this week, it doesn't inspire us to draw ourselves deeper into us and into it. But it inspires us instead to dig deep, to seek that which is within the temple and to bring about the healing. We speak and proclaim as co-creators of our reality that all is in alignment, that all is well, that all is love, and that those who need to forgive themselves for being in a low vibration, it is forgiven right now. It no longer exists. It's behind us. It's in a trench on the side of the road. slowly dying, and we ain't turning around to go back and get it. We are headed forward. And we're headed forward in love because we're grateful to have another chance to do it again. And so thank you for this right now moment, the recognition that all of these things are working for our good, and the acceptance of the charge of being co-creator of our reality. We speak that these gifts this week explode, that opportunities explode for people as they walk through this door of freedom, that sentences that are negative be suspended and replaced with the affirmation that brings manifestation. In this space of gratitude, we know that what is spoken is received, and we proclaim it as such, and so it is. Deep breath in and release. Amen. Amen. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe. It is done, and so it is. Oh, y'all, we had a wonderful day today. We had some good energy in this place today. I just want to say thank y'all to everybody. Thank you, Lady Kanitha, for your voice and your energy and everything that you bring to this space. Thank you, Tony, for being on top of things, camera, battery change, everything that's there. Sister Alicia on that stream, keeping up with everybody, dropping everything where it needs to drop. Kai on that audio, staying tight on it and making sure it's there. To all our virtual people in the Infinite Life stream, that's what we call our live stream today. Listen, we've had a great day today. We've had great energy today. We want you to share this stream with somebody. Just hit the reshare, hit the whatever you do on your social media, because there are people out there who need to have this recognition that they are where they need to be, and that within them is the power to be an excellent co-creator. I'm looking forward to hearing what you co-create. Next Sunday, I want you to co-create some movement on the mat with me here for Yoga Sunday. Yoga Sunday is about aligning this body with our mind and our spirit practices. Do not say, well, I can do everything except yoga. No, how would you rephrase that sentence? I do yoga. Cut out a few words. The reason why is because we want you to take the lessons that you get in this spiritual space. We want you to enjoy it for a long and healthy life. And we do that by taking care of our bodies too. So as we do this, before we go, I want to give you all a special assignment. Pick somebody in the chat and pick somebody that you don't know. Look up some strange name or somebody unfamiliar and speak who they are. They may not be sure. Speak that they are excellent, that they are brilliant, that something great is happening. Shower some love on somebody as we close out our Infinity Fellowship. I invite you to rise at home if you'd like as we begin. As all hearts and minds are clear, and we move into this place that awaits our light, we're going to sing our song and put some words up on the screen and invite you to sing along with us. Because as we sing, we seal. We're all family, y'all. That's what Infinity is about. If you're able to join hands with people at home, by all means do so. If not, just remember what it's like to feel the blessed energy of life flowing through you. That energy of life that brings new abundance, that energy of life that brings healing, that energy that brings people together. For as we raise our voices together as one, what we're doing is we're tuning our frequency to the energy of abundance. And the universe can hear the peace, love, and joy that emerges from us all. Let us go to our song and sing it together.
If today's a brighter day and we are on our way, then we can begin to heal ourselves again. Oh, we remember yesterday, and yet today's the day. God's reminding me to look at you and see family. Even if this is your first time, go ahead and sing that with us. If Today's a brighter day, and we are on our way.
And we are on our way.
Then we can begin.
Then we can begin
to heal ourselves.
To heal ourselves again. Oh, we
Remember yesterday.
remember yesterday.
And yet today's the day.
Yet today's the day.
God's reminding me.
God's reminding me
to look at you and
to
see.
look at you
And see family. Oh, God's reminding me. God's reminding me to look at you and see family. God keeps reminding me. God's reminding me to look at you and see family. We speak in this moment that the God of your acceptance and understanding, the love of the cosmos and the ancestors, rest, rule, rock, and abide with you henceforth, now, and forevermore. Let us all sing together. Amen, amen. Hotep Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. Reverend Jeff Obafemi Carr, on behalf of the entire Infinity Fellowship community, we say we love you. That's a fact you cannot change. We'll see you next week. Share some love in the chat. Peace and power.